What's going on, everyone? Mitesh here, and CES just ended, and normally I don't cover that on my channel because there aren't a ton of smartphone news out of CES, but this year we actually got a couple of smartphone announcements in the $500 to $700 price range, which seems to be this new category that's coming out that seems to be upper mid-range smartphones, and it's really interesting, and I want to talk about them. And hey, if this is your first time here and you guys want to see more videos like this talking about tech and new smartphones that are coming out, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button along with that small notification bell so you guys don't miss any of my uploads. But with that out of the way, let's talk about these smartphones. So the first announcement that I really want to talk about is from TCL. Yes, that TCL, the one that makes all those TVs that you see on sale Black Friday or any other day. They're like $300 for a 50-inch TV. It's crazy, but they're surprisingly actually good TVs. So this is a company that I'm really interested in. When a company this focused on value is getting into smartphones, I think it's a really good thing. And they had 3 phones they're announcing. Now you should know, TCL, this isn't their first time building smartphones. They've actually been building phones for a company called Alcatel, and they've been making the new BlackBerry phones, and even the little tiny Palm phone that you guys probably seen around, they make that also. So this is not their first time making a smartphone, but this is the first time they're making a smartphone under their own brand. And they've got 3 of them that they announced, the 10L, the 10 Pro, and the 10 5G. And the thing is, all of these smartphones will be sub $500, even that 10 Pro. Now, the fact is, we don't have any of the specs behind it, so we don't know if they're going to be rocking some mid-range hardware or not, but the fact that they're all sub $500 is amazing, especially that 5G phone, because that one most likely is going to have the Snapdragon 765G, which is coming out with an integrated 5G modem, and it'll be one of the cheapest 5G phones out there. Now, should you get a 5G phone? Probably not, but hey, it's up to you, and it's nice the fact that we're starting to have those options of getting mid-range 5G smartphones already, even before the networks are ready. Like I said, there isn't actually a ton of information known about these phones. They're going to be releasing more information come closer to MWC, which is going to be in February, so we'll definitely keep an eye on these. But some of the things that we do know about it is, first of all, all of them are going to have quad cameras on the back, and that's really exciting. I mean, they're not really touting them as going to be the best smartphone quality, which is, I think, a smart move from TCL. But let's face it, if you tell everybody you have the best quality and it doesn't live up, it's going to be garbage. But if you have a sub $500 phone with 4 cameras, it's still a good look on it. And one of the other things that we do know about the phones is the Pro phone will have an AMOLED display that has the S11 type curve over the edges, which, by the way, S11 is not right, it's S20. Anyways, it's going to have those curving edges, which I'm not a huge fan of, but hey, they look really cool and they're coming out with it. They're also going to have a very tiny U-shaped notch in it, so that's pretty great. In fact, the cheaper models, I think the 10L and the 10 5G, are actually going to have a hole punch cutout, and we don't know what the technology is going to be for their displays. It could be OLED, it could be LCD, but if they're keeping us up 500, most likely it's going to be LCD. But hey, they make TVs and they know how to make good LCD screens. So I'm sure that they can make some really nice looking LCD panels on those smartphones. So yeah, that's all we know about the TCL phones so far, but still, it's really good to see another competitor come into that mid-range so we can get some of those prices even lower. And especially if that Pro phone offers some really great specs for a really great price, that's going to be a great option for anybody who's looking for a new phone. Now, if you guys want to know more about these, definitely go check out some videos from some of my creator friends who got to see them in person. I sadly did not go to CES, so I didn't get to see them, but I'll have some links up here so you guys can check it out. Zach Talks Tech, Tech Odyssey, I know those guys got to check them out, so definitely go check out their videos. The other major announcement that we got at CES was from Samsung of all companies. They announced a brand new Galaxy S phone and a Galaxy Note phone at the same time, but it's not the S11 like we were expecting, which, by the way, the S11 not going to be called the S11, it's going to be called the S20 for whatever reason. But anyways, those phones are actually going to be announced in a couple of weeks in February at the Unpacked event that's already scheduled. But right now, we just had the Galaxy S10 Lite and the Note 10 Lite announced at CES. And these are some really interesting phones. And they come in right around 550 euros to 650 euros. We don't have complete availability and pricing in all different markets yet. We don't even know if the Galaxy Note 10 Lite is going to be coming in the US. So just FYI, that might not be coming. But yeah, seriously, these are some really interesting phones. They take some things about the last year's main phones and they change up a bunch of stuff about them too. So first of all, the Galaxy S10 Lite and the Note 10 Lite will have the exact same display. It's going to be a 6.7-inch 1080p display. So if you like big screens, this is really great. And the reason this is so great is because last year, if you wanted to get a big screen phone, but you didn't want to spend a lot of money, there pretty much was no option. If you wanted the S10 Plus, which has the biggest screen possible, you had to shell out $1,000. For the Note 10, of course, you had to shell out $1,000. If you wanted something with the price of the S10e, you just didn't have any option. So this year, they're giving you that option, which, I mean, it's still confusing because they have so many other phones in the mid-range series, because they have the whole Galaxy A series, the Galaxy A51 and A71, which look a lot like these new phones that are coming out, but they're just not quite at the processor level. So the thing about Samsung is if you have a price point in mind, they have a phone for you, but which one is the best one to get is just going to be a little bit hard to decide this year. So the Galaxy S10 Lite has a Snapdragon 855, just like the Galaxy S10 phones of last year, but the Note 10 Lite does not have a Snapdragon 855. It's actually got an Exynos processor, and it's like a 2-year-old Exynos processor versus the 1-year-old 855 that the S10 Lite is getting. So that's why the S10 Lite is actually going to be a slightly more expensive device than the Note 10 Lite, which once again, super confusing because the Note phones are always supposed to be the best of what Samsung's able to do, whereas the S series is really supposed to be the best what they can do at the beginning of the year, but not have a pen. I don't know. I really don't know what Samsung's strategies are, but what's really cool is that these phones are coming in at 500 to 650 euros. So I think this is a place that we're starting to see a lot more activity in terms of smartphones. In fact, OnePlus even is going to have the OnePlus 8 Lite, and it hasn't been officially announced yet, but we've seen renders of it and things like that. And it is interesting the fact that because flagship phone prices just keep going up and up, and they've already hit $1,000, so they actually have to create something a little bit lower so that they can sell smartphones to people who don't want to spend $1,000, which at this point should be most people. Why do people want to spend $1,000 on a smartphone? I really don't know, because you can get all the functionality of a $1,000 smartphone just a little bit less. Like, if you don't want to buy the iPhone 11 Pro, you can just get the iPhone 11 and you're still saving like $350, and it's a good deal. So yeah, it's a really interesting time to be somebody who's into smartphones because there's a lot of stuff coming out. I definitely want to get my hands on especially the TCL phones because they're brand new to the market. So I really want to see what they're bringing in, especially for that Pro model, sub $500. And if it's got a Snapdragon 865, that thing is going to kill. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I am super excited about the phones that are being launched. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys want to see more phones in this category or not? Or do you guys think the $400 price point is a much better price point to hit? Let me know down in the comments below. But with that, that's pretty much it for this video. Like this one if you liked it, subscribe if you guys loved it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!